Hello. Today is May 15th. It's day 15. I'm at work. I'm actually sitting in the office, not doing a door, which is bad, but honestly don't have any clothes to tag or price. Nothing to really change in the store. I did do some billing earlier, and I need to finish that, but I am actually so dizzy. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I've feel like I know what it is with my breast implants, and then I've all these symptoms have, the puzzle pieces are. I'm thinking about all this constantly, that it's almost mentally making me worse. That's definitely a question in my mind, because I'm like, can it be going downhill this fast? I suddenly discovered it, and now it's just that makes sense. I've had symptoms for years, but it's it's been a little over a year since I switched to silicone. Back in February, which was a year that I had switched to silicone, is when I really started experiencing new symptoms that were, to me, been the worst, and that was panic attacks and anxiety, and that hasn't stopped. And lightheadedness, dizziness, and feeling I'm going to pass out, which I have a couple times. So it's not a full pass out either. It's not like I go black and then I'm wake up and I'm like, what happened? Consciousness for a second, or I get unbalanced or something for a second. Anyways, getting off track. But you know what I'm saying? It's just all these things are just have hit me, and now that I've been going to doctors and getting tests done and doing more research, and I feel like I finally found the culprit, and it's my boobs, it's my breast implants, and I've made my surgery, and I'm going to get them taken out, and all this stuff. It's my symptoms are getting worse now, and I'm just each day there's more bad days than there are good. Is this all just really compacting me that fast and this quick, or is it I'm making it more mental, because now I know that if I am suffering from BII, there is more to come, and it is more to get worse. So I'm already. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't. I don't know. My mind is going 1,000 miles a minute with so many freaking things in my head, and I'm so stressed out about it. And it's probably just, honestly, a lot of it's just stress. It's causing all this stuff. I'm not at all trying to take away from anybody else's experience with this, but I'm I probably will feel better someone after the implants are gone, because I won't be thinking about that anymore. A lot of that stress will be gone. But then, when I think about how I'm feeling right now, and how I've been feeling these last couple of days, and days where I don't want to be stressed, and I'm not trying to be stressed, and I'm trying to think of other things, and I'm trying to just feel like crap. I feel like crap, and I shouldn't feel like crap. Because I'm a healthy person, I'm 36 years old, and I feel like crap. So today I'm over horribly, and not drinking any alcohol at all, and I'm just So back to what I was saying about not working. I've just been doing some editing, and I just uploaded day 6, so I'm so far behind, because on day 7 my sister and her family came into town, and so I'm just gonna bunch day 7 through probably day 7 through day 14 together, and to not a ton of information, but I did do, I've just got some videos in there. Some of them may not have to do anything with breast implant illness, but it's just, it's my journey, and that's what this channel is about. So, yeah, I'm just editing and trying to get that on there, which may not even matter. I just know that anytime I talk to someone, or I watch a video, or anything to do with breast implant illness, and they have anything that's even a little close to me, it makes me feel so much better. I get emotional. I'm not crazy. It's not just anxiety that just all of a sudden popped out of nowhere, that I've never experienced before when I've had major stressful things in my life. At the point of where my anxiety started, I've had more stressful things when I was at that time, Anyway, so just to hear someone else talk about it, so if anybody watches these videos then maybe it can help them. Um, so yeah, so I'm just going to edit a little bit more and drinking some water. I've kind of stopped taping because I just felt like they weren't working. I mean, I don't know. Kind of just in a funk right now. I'm just in a funk. If y'all are interested in seeing, this is my store. I own a women's consignment boutique. It's a like upscale consignment. I'm really picky about what I take in. I try to keep everything like you are in a boutique, and it's pretty much new, but it's not. This stuff is gently used items. But I love it. It's fun. I've always retail clothing and things like that. I have a major passion for it, and consignment was always a thing that I just loved. It's the recycling of clothing. It's good for the environment. It's cheaper. People can afford it better, and you get lots of different clothing from lots of different places, all in one place. For better deals. So, yeah, that's retail clothing and things like that. I have a major passion for it, and consignment was always a thing that I just loved. It's the recycling of clothing. It's good for the environment. Retail clothing and things like that. I have a major passion for it, and consignment was always a thing that I just loved. It's the recycling of clothing. It's good for the environment. I will say that business has not been the best. Number one is I don't feel like that I have been able to put everything into this like I wanted. I literally opened February 2nd. So prior, October, November, December, January, I was getting ready for all this and was so excited. And then boom, February comes, and within the first week of opening is when I started having attacks. I had my very first panic attack. I've never had that before in my life. I thought I was going to die. It was horrible. And then after that, I was just terrified of that happening again, that I had multiple ones within the next, had 2 on my birthday, which is horrible. But now I'm at the point to where all this is taking priority over my business, which I hate, that I haven't been able to get everything I want. And, nowadays it's like social media, put everything on there, put something on every day, post every day or whatever. And I just haven't been doing that. Number one, I haven't felt good. A couple of times I had to close on Thursday because I had my episode of passing out, and I do have one employee, but she has Thursdays off, and she has filled in all this. That I was just like, I'm not even going to go there with asking her to come in. I'm just going to have to close, And it just stinks. It's horrible timing. And even when I opened a month or so, me and my family and stuff, were really just thinking it was the stress of the store and opening a new business, because I've never done anything like this before, is what brought on the panic attacks and anxiety. And it was very overwhelming. A lot of people in the beginning were coming in asking about consignment, which, to come in and consign their clothing, or I do like cash offer for your clothing, and which is what I needed. I needed people to get bigger, but it was like I didn't anticipate all the social, or just the social aspect of it, and talking with people and telling them what to do. And then I wasn't fully prepared still, because it was like trial. I needed forms to fill out and for people to fill out when they brought their clothes in. And I didn't have that. Just like I said, trial and error, you live and you learn, and getting all that. So it made sense that all of a sudden, like, my stress was over the top. But now I almost believe that it was just a trigger, and maybe they were going to happen anyways, because I have had things that have been way more stressful in my life than opening a business. And then it didn't stop. The business got easier and easier and easier. I really got, well organized with it. I felt like everything was in place with the business, that stressed about it. I had like the little stresses that you have, like, oh, I didn't, have a big sale today, or oh, I've got to call this customer because they sent me some stuff that's got a bunch of stains on them and they smell. Little things that were not that big, but my panic attacks and my anxiety didn't go away. My shortness of breath just got worse and worse and was every day. And then I even thought, well, maybe it's because you're just still terrified of having panic attack and having anxiety, that it's just your anxiety is constantly there. But and maybe that is the case. I'm still there in my mind too, of like, I really deep down don't know what it is. Maybe that I get my breast implants out and none of this changes because all along this business did trigger anxiety and fear in me that was there all along. It just hasn't had something to, on, and this is what did it. And now it's just hard for me to get it going because it's so new to me, and it's horrible and it's terrifying and scary, and I wouldn't wish this on anybody to have panic attacks and anxiety like this. It's still only been 3 months since this has started with these symptoms. But then when I go back and I look at so many other things I have dealt with and still throughout been a very healthy person, and I was having symptoms and issues that were just, we couldn't figure out what they were, and why was I feeling so bad when I shouldn't be, that maybe this was just to get me on the path of researching. It maybe was all meant to happen so that I would start saying to myself, like, something's not right. Like, you don't feel good. Your body doesn't feel good. You get symptoms here and there, and then now your implant switched to silicone. Things are kind of getting even worse. Like, you probably need to check this out, which I did. And here I am. I'm in the store today. It's super slow. Nobody's coming in, and that is adding more stress. I don't know. I'm kind of just almost like pushing that stress away, though, because I can't deal with it anymore. I'm here. My store's open. I'm keeping everything really cute, and my idea of what I had visioned. On the other hand, Judy's here to keep me company. I talk to her about lots of things, and she just really listens. She doesn't ever really interrupt me or anything. Now that I think about it, you don't really ever say anything.